So, Tom, first of all, let's reflect on the start of the season so far. How do you think it's gone from a player's point of view?
No, obviously, results-wise, really happy. We couldn't have asked for much more. Coming into this season, after last season and the change around that's happened in the off-season, a lot of work went into the pre-season, and I feel like we are reaping the benefits of that at the minute.
Yeah. Is it defying expectations that were set out back in pre-season?
Not from a player's point of view. I think the team we had and the experience that were brought in is doing the job that they got brought in to do. It's night and day, the place at the minute from last season, which is where it needs to be. No, it's where we expected to be as a team, but on the other side of that, we'll leave that to the fans.
When you say night and day, what has been the biggest change apart from results on the pitch?
I think in and around training, the attitude. I think when I came in, it were a tough place to be. Obviously, the results before I came in, and what had gone on with obviously the coach getting sacked and stuff. It's hard to get out of a rut like that, and the players that came in, and the amount of players that came in, and I think when I was brought in, the amount of change, it was ridiculous. Every week it were a different team, and you can't go about like that and you can't win like that. So I think there were no surprises with how we were going about last year, but this year the players, the experience, the consistency of the team, it's all coming together, and by no means are we a finished article. Obviously we've got a lot to work on during the games that we've played so far, so no, we're really happy with where we're at and the results we've been getting, but we know there's a lot of work ahead.
Well, of course, you're no stranger to this club and you're no stranger to rugby league with your career. How easy has it been to handle when you talk about last season in particular and the churn of players, and touching on there how you said that basically things weren't going as well as they should have been?
No, last year was real tough. Like you say, I came through and we had a successful time, and then I left and they won the Challenge Cups. So the club is a big, successful club and deserves to be at the top. So last year coming in, it was real tough. Tough to be a part of, tough to witness. But where we are at the minute, it's great. It's great for the players. There's a buzz about the place. The fans are loving it. There's that competition again with Rovers. I think the city's in a good place at the minute.
I know you talk about the Challenge Cup successes, etc., but how, with the way things have started so far this season, how many memories does it bring back from your first time here?
Yeah, obviously I played in a couple of finals, but I never got to win anything. But we're still early days. So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves and look what might be. We've got to control what we can control at the minute, take it game by game and see where we end up. We've still got a long way to go.
How does it feel being a mentor rather than being mentored when you was last in a black and white hoop jersey?
No, it's good, and I'm enjoying that, and seeing how Harvey and Lou are coming on, it's brilliant. I'm really pleased for them. The two are, in my opinion, two of the best players in the competition at the minute, the way they're carrying and what they're doing. So, no, really, really chuffed for them.
Who do you put that down to then? Is it the coach, or can you have a little bit of selfishness yourself?
Yeah, I'll say it with me. But no, full credit to them. They've had a great off-season. Obviously, come in with a new coach and a new system, and they're thriving, which is brilliant for them.
What do you see in them that you had as a teenager? What other position it would be in the three-quarters line?
I think just their attitude and willing to work and get stuck in. The tough kids, take the tough carries, but on the training side as well, they're willing to learn, they're getting stuck in the gym, they're strong, fit. So no, I believe they've got everything it takes to be successful.
Yeah, we need to give the coach some credit though, because Lewis Martin's on 10 tries in all competitions. That's some amount to have amassed so far after 7 games. No,
it's brilliant. He's on fire at the minute with tries, and that's a credit to Carty and what he's brought in, and I suppose the spine we've got this year that are giving him those opportunities to finish.
How's it feel being a leader or a mentor in this team?
Like I said before, it's good. I'm enjoying that. It comes with the experience and the time I spent in the game. So whatever I can, or however I can help the young lads, I'm an open book, like approachable. It's a pleasure to do that.
Yeah, and you're rekindling old times as well with Liam Watts as well, who got his debut on Friday night. Did that bring back some memories? Yeah,
obviously I played with Liam before, and no, it's great. It's great to see players that have been here and done it as well around the club again, and to hear about those experiences they've had in the past, and to bring that passion back to the club and what it means to play for the club again.
You talk about the city earlier on. What has changed from last time you was here? I mean, the fans are still turning up in great number, but obviously you came in as a Featherstone lad previously. How does it feel in difference to be back with Liam? I suppose you're not car sharing, are you, back over here?
No, we are car sharing, but it's good, you know, to have two teams again competing, and both at the top of the league. It's great for the city. It's great for both clubs, and it's great after what this club's been through over the last couple of years to have us back up there as well.
How did it feel maybe on the outside of the club scene, Hull FC, going through the demise that they were over the last few seasons?
I think as a player at another team, you don't realise how tough it is in that situation. You obviously see the results and what's happening, but coming in last season, it was an eye-opener in terms of where the club were at. Like I say, you see the results, but it's different when you actually live in it and being here every day and feeling that pressure and not through lack of trying, it just for whatever reasons weren't happening last season.
Yeah, and how do you feel that the more experienced pros, what do you put it down to for not just them being fit, but what they're giving this team now? Because it seems from the outside looking in that the experience that John Cartwright has brought in has really made a difference this year.
It's just knowing what to do at the right time in a game. Obviously, we were talking before about some of the results last year and the situations we've been in this season, and maybe we'd have gone on to lose them last year, but just the belief and the fight to want to win as well. It's tough to go behind, and it takes a certain mentality to keep playing and trust and belief in the system, which at the minute we've got, which is good.
And how easy has it been to instill that amongst the group, either from the coach or from yourself?
I think it's been easier than it would have been having brought in the players we've brought in. A lot of the players are around the spine and where we needed just the calm heads really in a game. So I think in terms of that, it's been pretty easy because the guys didn't experience that last year. So yeah, I think that's what they've brought.
Yeah. Castleford next. How are you viewing them as a player now, given where you are in the table? I know it's early stages in third, but do you give yourself the opportunity to maybe think you've got an edge?
Oh, definitely not. It's going to be a tough game. It's a tough place to go play at Cass. Very hostile. Crowds on top here, and it's a great atmosphere when Hull go there. So we know we're in for a tough night. They're on the back of a loss, so it's they're going to be throwing everything at it. We obviously played them in pre-season, and that first half were pretty tough. So yeah, we know we're going to be in for a game, and like you say, we're only a few rounds in, so we can't be resting back on our laurels thinking it's going to be an easy game. Yeah,
I know it was pre-season, but what do you take from that game, if anything, that you can implant onto this one?
Yeah, just we've got to approach it right, get our mentality right, get our performance, try not to go behind early. So yeah, we just got to be on our game and make sure that we're all playing well.
Awesome, thanks Tom.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Right, Tom. Coming back the last few games, what do you guys have to do to ensure that you're leading from games and not having to chase them at the start?
Oh, if you could answer that, you'd be a millionaire. But It's just one of them things. At the minute, we seem to play better under pressure, and it's a good thing to have, to have that belief in ourselves and the trust, like I was mentioning before, in the systems that we've got in place. But there's only so many times you can rely on that, so we know we've got to work on that and make sure we hit the ground running at the first whistle.
Do you feel any pressure as players? Because there's going to be expectation that comes on all now, because obviously you've won a few games and obviously perceptions change and everyone's taking LFC that little bit more seriously again, thinking they could actually do something this year.
No, I think that's obviously all external. From within, we've got the experience that winning sides need. So I think we're a grounded bunch. I think we're going to just take it week by week, make sure that we're attacking the games how we need to, keeping that confidence at a level where it needs to be to make sure we're on our game every week.
Tough side this year, I think all have shown that already. I mean, what would you put that down to? Like, what environment changes, like throughout the pre-season into the season, would you put that down to?
I think it's been a credit to all the players, really, the attitude, the intensity that we've been training at, and couple that with what Carty and the coaches have put together. At the minute, it's looking good.
Spoke about big players, big game players. None of those seem to be more than Aidan Caesar at the minute. I mean, what's it like playing with him? Because he looks like a general out there, literally leading you all.
It's brilliant to have someone of that experience and skill to be able to do that, to get you around the park, and the kicking game he brings. It's good to be able to play on the back of that. Our pack's going well, and that helps him out. So yeah, I think at the minute we're gelling as a team. We're scoring some good tries. We're attacking at the right end of the pitch, and when we need the tough carries, we're all willing to dig in for each other and take them. So no, I think the way that as a team we're performing, it's pretty good at the minute.
John Asiata as well has been huge in the dynamics of the team and the shape of the teams. I'm guessing that's no surprise. You know what he's all about from being at Leigh together. No,
definitely. I think he's brought what he had at Leigh here, and I think just the more he and the halves play together and get to know each other, the more dangerous that'll become. We've seen it over the last couple of weeks. He's getting there now, which is brilliant to see, and it's great for us as a club.
I know you play obviously in the wing on Friday, but before that, 4 or 5 games at centre. How have you found that this year? It's a bit different to last year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm enjoying it. It's a different challenge. It brings with it a different experience in the game, a different in attack and defence. You're more involved within the plays. So no, I'm really enjoying the challenge of that, and hopefully the more I get to play there, the better that'll become as well.
Obviously left edge was you and Lewis for first few games of the year, so that's a combination that we can look forward to and hopefully get even better and more understanding as the year goes on. Yeah,
hopefully. We're a bit up and down at the minute with injuries, but I think the longer the season will go on, the better those combinations will become. Even like you said with Caesar before. So as a left edge, we were happy with what we were performing really.
So with Harvey's injury gone to the right wing position, so is it easy to adapt? When you've been playing centre, especially on a different edge, and then going to the right and playing on the wing, is it easy or is it?
It's probably harder going from wing to centre for me, because obviously I've played wing all my career, so it just feels more comfortable growing like I did at the weekend back from centre to the wing. So yeah, that transition's easy, but I've trained and played there for a number of weeks now, so yeah, it's becoming comfortable.
Appreciate obviously Thursday's Castleford, but the week after it's probably the biggest derby in 45 years, probably since the cup final in 1980. You've had a few derby moments over your time. This one's going to be massive, isn't it?
It is, and it's brilliant. Like I was saying before, it's great for the city. It's great for the fans to have that competition again. Obviously, one side of the city, if the other side, it's just not the same, is it? We want a competitive game. and hopefully that's what we'll get in that quarter-final.
If you look at the table right now, it's third v first, isn't it? So it's nice to see both sides, I guess, at the top again. It'd be like the one's a bit more long in the tooth back in the 80s, isn't it? When the two sides are at the top again, which makes for a big game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant. That was back before my time, but yeah, it's great for the city. Like I said, it's great for the fans to get behind and not know who's going to win. Obviously, coming in over the last couple of years, Rovers have been the team. As hard as it is for that to say, but it's been true. They've been incredible, playing good rugby. They've been a tough side to defeat. So hopefully, get this week out of the way, and it'll be a great game, competitive game.
I suppose a spade to spade, they're 7 from 7, so they're flying. They're going to be coming into this one, thinking, well, at the time it was 9 from 9 for them, so they'll be confident. So I suppose it's a big challenge for Hull, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. From the back of the last few seasons, they're riding high, and they've come into this season doing the same. So we have got a big job, and really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get back out there and experience that derby this year.
And hopefully with another derby memory like a Peter Fox or a little 18-year-old Tom going down the West Stand.
Yeah, hopefully. But I'll just take a win.
Cheers, Tom. Thanks a lot.
Hi, Tom. Just thinking about yourself in terms of your career, going back in 2008, you made your debut for Hull. Fast approaching 450 games, professional games as well. Not saying your career's over, far from it, but how do you reflect back on your career so far?
I feel incredibly grateful for the opportunities that I've had over my career. Obviously, had quite a lot of success. So yeah, I think that's the word, grateful. I feel like I've achieved everything that I wanted to achieve and more. The only thing now, I want to win something with Hull.